Hi everyone, welcome to our video on design. If you are new to the channel, please click on the subscribe button given below for more updates on design. In today's video, we will share all the basic information required to start your journey as a design professional. So please watch the video till the end and make the most out of it. Also, you may share your queries or feedback in the comment section and we shall get back to you soon. So let's start. So today's topic is design, where your passion becomes your profession. And the courses we're going to talk about is Bachelor of Design and Bachelor of Fashion Technology. So what is design? Design is the intersection point of creativity and practicality. So I'm telling this to you in a very simple layman language. If you want to go for the definition, you can define design as a plan or specification to portray a prototype, a product, or a process. So design can be interpreted in all these ways. Next, we go on to why should we study design. Now, design, as we all know, is a way of expression. It is how we express our words in a different medium. So in design, we have two basic things like we spoke about, creativity and practicality. So creativity, how? Creativity to be inspired, creativity to improvise, creativity to pick a theme or to identify the need of a product. In practicality, what are the aspects? It is to have a plan-driven approach. It is to aim at optimum utilization of resources. That means whatever resources we have, we're able to make the most out of it, and to create tools and products, also to arrive at problem-solving solutions. And in a very layman language, in a very simple language, you may understand it is to make our everyday life better. So what is design again? In other words, design is a journey to discover the unknown, the unseen. And designs are present all around us. It is not just about fashion. We always hear the word fashion design, fashion designer, but designs, if we see, are present in each and everything that we use. It may be a water bottle, it may be a laptop, it may be a mobile, it may be a mouse. Everything has been designed. So next, we will talk about the various segments that design encompasses or design covers. So here we have lifestyle products. We have accessories. It can be fashion accessories, it can be lifestyle accessories, it can be home accessories. Okay, then it can be fashion, it can be fashion design, it can be in home, in management, in process, in communication, in graphics, in furniture, textile, knitwear, product, apparel. Apparel means garments, interior, leather, even footwear. So all these things, if you see, we can see designs in all these areas. And there are much more. These are just few of the segments which design is predominantly present in. Next, we will go to the topic fashion design. So basically, we have talked about all the segments which design covers. Now, we will take each topic one by one. So fashion design is basically designing garments or designing anything related to fashion. It may be garments, it may be accessories, but majorly it is garments. Then we go on to textile design. Textile design is more into how the textile or the fabric is created. So here we will not only learn pattern making like in fashion design to make the garment, but in textile design, we will also learn how to make the fabric. The weaving part is also covered in textile design, like starting from the yarn to the thread to the fabric, and then the usage of the fabric in different products. It is all covered in textile design. Then let's go on to the next topic, knitwear design. So as you see in the picture, and like the name suggests, knitwear design covers all the aspects where products are created with the help of knitting method. So knitting, we've all seen, is done in woolens, in even other garments which have the knitting process, in t-shirts, in jerseys, all these have knitwear designs. Okay. Then we go on to leather design. So in leather design, as the name suggests, even you can see in the picture, leather design covers accessories, It may be bags, belts, watches, or garments. So leather design is again a very vast topic. It covers a lot of types of products. Then we move on to footwear design. So footwear design, again, it is about designing a footwear. It can be for men's, women's, children, anything, but you are basically designing a footwear. It can be a shoe, it can be a sandal, it can be a slipper, it can be a flip-flop, it can be anything. But you are designing the footwear. That is called footwear design. Next, we go on to accessory design. This is very vast. Now this has a lot of type of products in it. Like here you see, she is making a scarf. So this scarf is an accessory. It is a part of accessory design. Then here we see a sketch of a headband, which is inspired from a flower. That is also an accessory. We have a mock collar, which is used as a fashion accessory again. We have a ring, which is a metal product here. It can be any other material as well, but it is an accessory. Then we have jewelry. Jewelry designing photo is given here. So jewelry is also an accessory. Watch, bracelet, part of accessory design. This is again another modification of a scarf. It is like made in a very creative way. Then we have a hairband over here. And then in today's situation where everyone has to wear a mask all over the world, mask is also an accessory. So if you design anything like a mask, it is also part of accessory design. Next, we move on to fashion communication. So fashion has also made its way into communication. Here you see a picture where RE is written, and then you have the cycle beside it, right? So recycle. It is a way of communication. It is not only fashion like we talked about products in the previous slides, okay? So it is a mode of communication, and in this fashion communication segment, you have fashion journalists, you have fashion magazines, a lot of people who talk about fashion, who communicate through fashion. Next, we move on to product design. So product design is any product that you design. Like here, you have the example of a bee, which is taken as an inspiration, and from there we have derived the colors, the kind of shape, a streamlined shape for the product, and finally we arrive at a trimmer, right? So you are designing a product. So these are the drawings of the product design. Okay, next we will move on to surface design. Surface design, as the name suggests, is anything where you design a surface. So it can be a wall, it can be a door, it can be a bed sheet, it can be a fabric, it can be a paper, it can be any surface. It can be even a leather, and you do some surface ornamentation on it, and it becomes part of surface design. So here I've shown one more picture of a printed surface. So it is a fabric which is printed, but that is also part of surface design. It can be 3D, it can be 2D. Next we move on to interior design, also furniture design. So both these things are interrelated. This is the picture of an entire interior design, wherein you have different elements, different objects placed in different parts of the room, parts of the interior. So these are all part of, these different objects are all part of the furniture design. The table, the sofa, the chair, the lamp, these are part of furniture design, and interior design means the entire layout together. Also, it may be smaller things like a photo frame or a shelf, all part of the same thing. Installation art. So this is something which is more closely related to art as a form, but it is a part of design as well, when you need a full design team to execute something like this. Like, it is a huge installation in a big corporate building, and to do this you need to have a proper plan, you need to execute it, and it is not just a form of art, it is also a form of design. Next we move on to apparel production. Okay, so students who want to study apparel production, they will go for BF Tech. The earlier slides all mentioned courses for the design people, like for Bachelor in Design. And this prospect is for the people who are going into BF Tech. Also, people from BDES can go into apparel production, but BF Tech is more specialized in apparel production. So as the name suggests, and you can see in the picture very well, that apparel production is involving the entire process of how apparel or garments are produced. It can be other products as well. Here it is the mass production which is taken into consideration. Plans are made accordingly, and this is the process which involves your operation. So career opportunity, yes. Now let's talk something about what you can do or how you can become a professional by studying BDES or BF Tech. So here are just a few examples of the career opportunities you have ahead of you. So as you all know, fashion designer. Then we also have buyer. So these buyers work in buying houses or maybe in retail or maybe in export, but there are different segments where a buyer is there, and designing students can become buyers. They can become textile designers. They can become a stylist. You can even design an apparel, a garment rather, for some celebrity, maybe Priyanka Chopra, maybe anyone, maybe even for Katrina Kaif or maybe Shah Rukh Khan. So you become a stylist after learning design. Then you can become a leather designer. You can become a fashion journalist and work in Vogue or any other fashion magazine that you want. Then you can become a product designer. You can become a fashion consultant. A fashion consultant can also work with Prada or Dior or the biggest fashion brands that we know, designer brands like Gucci and so on. And you can also become an entrepreneur because you have the knowledge. Now you just have to set up your own brand. You can also become the fashion director, the merchandiser in export, import, retail, anywhere, or the accessory designer or the brand manager, and many, many, many more. It's just endless possibilities. Endless possibilities. You can choose from so many. Next, we will talk about few recruiters who recruit design graduates or BF Tech graduates. So designers like Sabyasachi, Varun Bal, Anita Dongre, Tarun Tahiriani, manufacturers and exporters like Modulama Exports, Shahi Exports, Edcons Exports, Metropoli Fashions, JJ Exports, Orient Craft, Jaishri Textiles, Madura Garments, Arvind Mills. It is an endless list. A lot of people who study design are already working in all these companies. For retail brands, you may count Zara, Red Tape, Adidas, Nike, Puma, UCB, Pantaloons, Shoppers Stop, Tanishq, Indian Terrain, Turtle, Reed & Taylor, Raymond, Arvind Retail Brands, Reliance Group, Future Group, Landmark Group, India, Landmark Group, UAE, Aditya Birla, etc. It is again another endless list. In e-commerce, you can work with giants like Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, Myntra, Souk, UAE, Namshi, and so on. For home furnishing brands, you can work with Skippers, Auron, IKEA, Lifestyle Gulf Countries, Home Center, Home Saraz, Hometown, etc. Even if you want to go into the government sector, you can work with the handloom and the handicraft industry. The government supports designers, design graduates a lot in these sectors, and they really need good designers to improve the handloom industry in India, the handicraft industry in India.